All right, welcome class to our very first week of college composition. This video is meant to help you get acquainted with our classroom and what the expectations are. So without further ado, let's continue forward. So the primary aim of this freshman writing course is to give students instruction and practice in writing mechanically correct, well-organized, and well-developed expository themes on topics of importance and significance. So this is to fulfill a portion of the Communications General Education requirements. Uh, this class basically is going over how to write college level essays and paragraphs. So we're going to practice that in several different scenarios, 5 different essays and at least 2 formal paragraphs. And basically we're working on creating an environment in our classroom where we are a community of learners that will help develop your own writing process. So that's the plan. I want to introduce myself to you. So my name is Misty Thompson. I am your instructor this term. I have my master's degree in English literature, which basically means that I really like to read and discuss things about reading. And I've been teaching online for 7 years now. I've been teaching a total of 14 years. And it has been an amazing experience. These are some pictures of myself and my family. So I have 3 kiddos, 11, 2, and 1 years old, and we live out in the western slope of Colorado. We've lived all over the place, from Missouri to Montana, Wyoming, all over the place, but we really enjoy living in the mountains, so we're happy to be here. I do want to point out that you are welcome to contact me through the classroom, via email, via text message. All you have to do is find my contact information in the classroom and give me a shout. I want to make sure that you know that this class is meant to help you become better writers. I'm your instructor, and that means that I want you to succeed. So anytime that you have any questions, concerns, or just want to throw something at me, not literally, but if you just want to throw something at me in terms of a question or just here's an essay, here's what I'm working on, is this what you want? I really want to help you be successful writers, and that's where we're going with the class. So this presentation is going to go over several different aspects of the course. We're going to talk about the announcements area, the textbooks, the discussion boards, the syllabus, course schedule. We're going to talk about assignments, quizzes, and course documents. And that is some major elements of the class is basically what we're going to go over, how to find it, what the expectations are with those things, and so on and so forth. What I have here on the board are 2 pictures of textbooks, and these are the textbooks that you need to have for this class. So we're using the Longman Writer, Rhetoric, Reader, and Research Guide, and then we also are using Crowder College's vocab book. So this is actually a book that staff at Crowder College have put together. So those are the only 2 textbooks that we're using. You should be able to access those textbooks through the Crowder bookstore. We also have different programs set up for dual credit classes as well, and you can get in contact with the dual credit coordinator for any questions about textbooks. So let's continue forward. This is what the class should look like when you enter the classroom. Now your section number and things may be different, but otherwise you should see this room in particular. This is actually the first page that shows up, and these are the announcements. Every week I will post an announcement that lets you know what the expectations are for that week. I also post announcements throughout the week when tests are available. I put supplementary materials in the announcements. I also add these videos, as you can see that you found this video in the announcements. So a lot of things happen on this page. And so I do expect you to take an active role in watching for announcements every week. Now over on the left-hand side of our classroom, you will see this navigation bar. And this is the hub of the classroom. This is where you can get in touch with everything that you need for the entire course. We have a button for announcements, for staff information, course documents, discussion boards, assignments and quizzes, tools, online tutoring, Blackboard help. So all of these are right here in this navigation bar. Now, before we move forward, I want to point out a couple of things. First of all, there's a button that says staff information. That's the page that's about me. It has my email address. It has my cell phone number. So you can text me or you can give me a call. Those are available in the staff information area. Another thing that I want you to take a look at is the online tutoring button. We have an awesome free service for Crowder students that you can actually upload papers to this online tutoring group, and professional tutors that have their degrees will give you feedback on what you are doing and help you to do it better. It's always good to utilize the tools you have available to you. And if these tools are awesome professional tutors that help you with writing, thumbs up. That's awesome. So definitely check that out. If you ever have questions about the ins and outs, the technical side of using Blackboard, which is where our classroom sits, you can always click on that Blackboard help button at the bottom as well. Okay, so one button that you will need to definitely use throughout this class is going to be the discussion board button. Every week, except for maybe 2 out of the entire semester, you will have an assignment, which is a discussion board. This is where I pose questions about the course reading for the week, and you are to answer those questions in the form of complete paragraphs, and you are also going to continue discussions with your classmates. So respond to what other people have to say to you and continue on with these discussions. So for this week, for instance, we have 2 discussion boards. We have a thread that's worth only 10 points. It's just to introduce yourself to the class. You're welcome to upload pictures of yourself, change your profile picture. You can do that as well. And just introduce yourself to the class. Let us get to know who you are and things like that. Now, keep in mind that you may have classmates that go to the same school as you, but you also are going to have classmates that go to other schools. So it's good to introduce yourself and get to know one another. We also have what's called the reflection on reading, which this is going to be the consistent discussion board that happens every week. So for week 1, we have a discussion that's based on the reading in the Longman Rider. And you are to click reply to my post and answer those questions in complete sentences and complete paragraphs. Another button that will definitely help you is this course information button. In the course information area of the class, I have uploaded our class syllabus and our course schedule. These are extremely important documents that you are welcome to print out and have physical copies to. They are in a Word document or a rich text format document, so everyone should be able to access those. And these have just an array of information. The syllabus in particular will have for you classroom information in terms of, contact information, where you can find tech support, where you can find Blackboard support. It has a description of the course. It has a description of the class assignments, what the points are allotted, how the grades are run down. All that stuff is in the syllabus. It's kind of like a contract of sorts that we have together as teacher and student. You will know that on this document, it has a description of all the things that we are going to do in this class, and you can hold me to it. So the syllabus is very important. Another thing that you can find in course information is our class schedule. And this is definitely going to be helpful because I break everything up in by week on what the expectations for the week are. You will notice at the top of the course schedule, it does say that all assignments are due by the Sunday of each week by 11:59 p.m. Central Time, unless I've stated otherwise. So anything, so the discussion boards, your quizzes, your essays, all of those are always due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So I do want you to work on these things throughout the week, but everything is due by then. So if you do not work on things throughout the week and you don't get it in by Sunday, then it will be late. But I have the schedule broken down by week on what those expectations are. So for this week, you're to introduce yourself in the introductions discussion board, which is worth up 5 points, not 10. You are to read page 14 to 22 and page 125 to 138 in the Longman Writer. You're to respond to the week 1 discussion board. You also have a vocabulary quiz this week, so there's a link to the list, and it says that you need to complete quiz 1. So you will need to get that done by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. So those are all the things that you need to do for this week, and it's all listed there. I also like to put at some Crowder points of interest, like days that were off, registration days, things that are important to you as a Crowder student will also be in that schedule. The next button in the navigation area that I'd like you to pay attention to is the assignments and quizzes area. This is where you turn in your work, and you will also have links to different things like quizzes, thus assignment and quizzes. It will have descriptions of major assignments that are coming up. It will also have, each week I post a video lecture that you will need to watch. So I post it in the announcements area, but I also put it in assignments and quizzes. Assignments and quizzes is set up in folders where you have week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on and so forth. So you just, if we are in week 1, which we are, you would click on the week 1 folder. It has all the stuff that you need for that week. So you can find your essays, your assignment descriptions, the quizzes that you're going to take, and the lecture presentations, both in video form and PowerPoint. So I do upload these PowerPoint presentations there as well. Another button to find on the navigation area is course documents. Now I said that I put all that stuff in assignments and quizzes. Any kind of document that I upload to the class, whether that is a lecture presentation, a vocabulary list, outside links, basically anything that I give you in document format will also find its way to this button. I try to keep it alphabetically organized, but it has everything. Right now, if you were to go into course documents, you will find the course syllabus, the course schedule, you'll find the vocabulary lists, just anything that I set up in a document format, it will eventually find its way into that folder. So if you are having trouble finding anything, this is the go-to place to find any documents that I might add to the class. Okay, so with that said, those are just a rundown of where you can find different things in the class, what the expectations are. So for this week, things that I want you to accomplish. I want you to introduce yourself in the introductions discussion board. That is worth some points. I want you to read page 14 to 22 and page 125 to 138 in the Longman Writer. Please do the reading before you answer the discussion board. I also have a secondary discussion board for week 1, and I would like you to answer my questions and respond to at least 3 classmates. I would also like you to look over the sensory essay description. You can find that in course documents under Essay 1 description. We will have an essay in this class due by the end of week 2. So we're getting started right away. I want you to also review vocabulary list 1 and take the quiz. And please spend some time getting to know the classroom. Look around, click on some buttons, figure things out. So that is all that I have for this week in terms of an introduction. Like I mentioned before, please contact me if you have any questions at all. I am more than happy to answer them. And other than that, that is all I have. And I look forward to getting to know you in the introductions and also through the discussion board. So have a great week, everybody. Thanks.